Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital recaps for Thursday, April 10 reveals some major moments in the land of Port Charles. If you missed the episode, no worries, CTS has you covered. Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, has been making the rounds in Port Charles after returning from her top-secret WSB training. Today, she met up with Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, and Emma Drake, Braden Bruner, for a quick catch-up. There's no love lost between Joss and Emma, but Joss did take a moment to thank her for fighting to save the Quartermain crypt. She then spotted Vaughn, Bryce Durfee, and chased after him. He informed Joss that he is her official handler for the assignment that she has been given by the WSB. He also told her that she has been enrolled in a particular class at PCU. Meanwhile, Gio and Emma trade barbs over Joss, who he insists has been nothing but kind to him. He suggests that maybe it is time for Emma to open up to him about her past, and she tells him that she can't because she had to sign an NDA across town. Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, meets with Laura Collins, Jenny Francis, to make a strange request during General Hospital's Thursday, April 10 episode. She asks the mayor to fire her. Jordan tells Laura that Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda, offered her a position as his lobbyist, and that she wants to take it. It'll bring her closer to him and allow her to figure out how to get the importer out of Port Charles, but she can't be obvious about it. Jen knows that she has a great job as deputy mayor, which is why she needs a public fallout with Laura. The two come up with a plan to publicly disagree over the Esplanade and Laura's friendship with Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. That will provide a good reason for them to split ties, one that Laura can live with. Congressman Boyle, Daniel Cosgrove, is already creating issues for her over Sonny, so she can handle a little more for the greater good. At the Metro Court, Lucy Coe, Lynn Herring, Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, and Sidwell are having a meeting over his insight. Tracy is dragging her feet over signing a contract with him because she considers Sidwell to be an international criminal. Lucy points out that everyone sitting there has been a criminal at some point in time, and that this is Sidwell's chance to prove he has changed. Tracy reluctantly signs on the dotted line, making him their business partner. Meanwhile, Sonny has just found out that Sidwell is Natalia Ramirez's ex-husband, and it changes everything. He understands why she may not have volunteered details, but he is unsure of whether or not he can fully trust that she isn't bringing information on him back to her ex. Sonny decides to put an end to their friendship immediately. During General Hospital's April 10 show, Sasha Corbin, Sophia Matson, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, are talking when Tracy bursts in to scold Jason because he didn't help with the Quartermain crypt fiasco. She barely catches her breath when a moving agent knocks on the door looking for directions to the gatehouse. He is there to move Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, belongings from there to Drew Kane's, Cameron Matheson, new house. Tracy flips her lid and implores Jason to do something about the situation. After Tracy leaves, Jason is ready to take action, but Sasha talks him out of it. She tells him that Willow is an adult, and there really is nothing that they can do to stop her from moving. Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, will just need to take action once he returns from the burn clinic in Germany. Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, and Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, are enjoying their time at the Metro Court when Tracy appears to inform them that Willow is moving in with Drew. Carly is furious, and Jack encourages her to fight on behalf of her son since he is recovering in Germany. Drew and Willow are setting up her children's rooms when Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, arrives to talk to her daughter. She encourages Willow to stay on good terms with the Quartermains, especially Monica Quartermain, Leslie Charlison, because her children love their great-grandmother. After Willow leaves the room, Nina and Drew clash as usual over his controlling nature. She returns and agrees to bring the kids to see Monica soon. There's a knock at the door, and Carly appears, ready to fight for her grandkids. Port Charles was anything but quiet this Thursday as alliances were questioned, boundaries pushed, and a few long-held secrets came dangerously close to the surface. Tensions flared across town, but none more so than in the Quartermain mansion, where Willow Corinthos finally made a choice that could ripple through several lives. Willow's bold declaration. The day began at the Quartermain estate, where Willow stood by the window, her hand wrapped around a cup of lukewarm tea. But her mind was far from breakfast routines. She'd spent the entire night weighing her options, and after weeks of silent contemplation, she had come to a decision, one she knew would shock Michael. Michael found her there, serene on the outside, but he could sense the storm behind her eyes. "You didn't sleep," he said softly, wrapping his arms around her. Willow turned, her voice steady but resolute. "I've made a decision about Nina." Michael blinked. "About visiting rights?" "No," Willow said, setting the cup down. "About forgiving her. I'm done punishing her for the past. I'm not saying we'll ever be close, but I'm giving her the chance to earn a place in our children's lives." Michael's jaw tensed. "After everything she did, she's Wiley's grandmother," Willow replied, her tone firmer now. "And she was dying, Michael. I know what it feels like to be close to death. I can't hold onto this bitterness anymore. It's eating away at me, and I won't let it infect our family." Michael didn't respond right away. His silence said more than words, but Willow had made her choice. And deep down, Michael knew he couldn't stand in her way. Still, the thought of Nina Reeves back in their lives, especially after her betrayal, wasn't something he could easily accept. Sonny grows suspicious. Meanwhile, at the Corinthos coffee warehouse, Sonny was having a different kind of morning. Brick had just handed him a folder filled with surveillance photos and intercepted messages that didn't sit well with him. Sonny's expression darkened as he studied them, jaw clenched, a storm brewing behind his eyes. "She's lying to me," Sonny murmured. "Whoa?" Brick asked cautiously, though he already knew. "Ava." The evidence was circumstantial, but Sonny's gut told him otherwise. Someone had tipped off Pikeman about a rerouted shipment, and Sonny was starting to believe that Ava Jerome, despite her charm and emotional appeals, was playing both sides. "I want eyes on her," he ordered. "Day and night. She makes one wrong move, I want to know." Brick nodded but offered a word of caution. "You sure you're not seeing ghosts, Sonny? She's been solid. Ever since the gallery went up in flames." "Exactly. Too solid. Too calm," Sonny snapped. "And no one survives in this life being too calm. Not unless they've got an exit strategy." What made it worse was that Sonny wanted to believe her. Ava had been a pillar of support when everyone else turned their backs. But Sonny hadn't survived this long by being trusting, and he wasn't about to start now. Carly's untimely interruption. Over at Kelly's, Carly Spencer was setting up a small business meeting when she got a text from Jocelyn. Something cryptic about needing advice. Her maternal instincts immediately kicked in, and she excused herself just as John Jagger Cates walked in. Jagger, who had been circling Port Charles more and more lately, looked visibly irritated when Carly abruptly cut the meeting short. "Something wrong?" he asked coolly. "My daughter needs me," Carly replied. "And unless this coffee meeting suddenly involves life or death, it can wait." Carly stormed out before Jagger could reply, leaving him fuming and suspicious. He wasn't used to being sidelined, and definitely not by Carly Spencer. Minutes later, Carly showed up at Dex's place, only to find Jocelyn and Dex mid-argument. The air was thick with tension, and the moment Carly entered, Joss fell silent. "What's going on here?" Carly demanded. Dex stepped back, obviously uncomfortable with the confrontation. "Mom, this is between me and Dex," Joss began. "Not anymore," Carly snapped. "When my daughter is this upset, I don't stay out of it." It quickly became clear that the argument stemmed from Dex's reluctance to re-enter Sonny's orbit, even temporarily, to help gather information. Joss had been pushing him to do it, out of loyalty to her family, but Dex was tired of risking his life for a man who had thrown him away without a second thought. "You don't get to guilt me into becoming a soldier again," Dex told Joss, voice shaking. "Not for Sonny. Not even for you." Carly, sensing just how frayed things were between them, took Joss aside. "You need to decide if this is about family loyalty or about controlling someone you care about. Don't become me, Joss. Learn from my mistakes." Joss's eyes filled with tears, but she nodded. Carly's words, sharp as they were, hit their mark. Back at the hospital, at GH, Nina had no idea that Willow was considering opening the door again. She was at the nurse's station, lost in paperwork and silent longing, when TJ walked by and gave her a polite nod. Moments later, Willow arrived, alone. Nina looked up, surprised. "Willow, is everything all right?" Willow hesitated before speaking. "I don't want to fight anymore." Nina blinked. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying, I want to talk. Really talk. Maybe we can figure out how to move forward, for the kids, for us. I'm not promising anything overnight, but I'm willing to try." For a moment, Nina didn't trust her ears. Tears welled up, but she fought them back. "Thank you," she whispered. "That's all I've ever wanted." It was the tiniest olive branch, but for Nina, it might as well have been a lifeline. Elsewhere in Port Charles, Anna continued investigating the breach at the WSB, narrowing her suspect list. She confided in Valentine that she believed someone within her own circle had leaked sensitive intel. Trina and Spencer shared a quiet moment at the gallery, the first in weeks. There was talk of Paris again, of a future, but Trina still wasn't sure if Spencer was truly ready to leave Port Charles behind. His obsession with Esmond's fate lingered like smoke in the air. Jordan had a cryptic meeting with Curtis, discussing recent developments in the Pikeman investigation. She hinted that she might be pulled back into fieldwork sooner than expected. Brooke Lynn tried to broker peace between Chase and Gregory, who remained distant since his diagnosis. The family dinner she planned, however, ended with more silence than laughter. Coming up tomorrow, tensions boil over as Sonny confronts Ava with what he knows. Willow faces backlash from Michael over her decision. Carly discovers something shocking in Dex's apartment, and Nina's joy is short-lived when she finds out someone has been watching her every move. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.